Grand Rising Synchronized Souls, and welcome to your Elemental Soulscope for Scorpio season. This time we're talking fire signs. Bored, insecure, brave, and intuition. We are feeling a lot this Scorpio season for you beautiful fire signs. We start off our 5-card spread with the Sun. The only thing is that this time the Sun came up in reverse, indicating that as of right now, we're feeling a little bored, we're feeling a little blocked, and we're feeling a little underappreciated at this point in time. And I want to start off by saying that is A-okay. You are allowed to feel your feelings, but don't attach to the feelings that you are having. The abundance card, right, the Sun card, the yes card comes up to indicate also some setbacks. It feels like some of you fire signs might have been a little ambitious with your goals this season, and that has led to some unrealistic expectations. When I speak about expectations, especially in one-on-one soul coaching, we talk about creating SMART goals. So are you actually creating these manifestations and these desires with a timeline in mind? The other thing that this card really indicates is y'all feeling a little underappreciated, especially at work. It makes me wonder whether or not you are doing things for external validation at this point in time, whether or not you are doing things because you feel like it's the right thing to do, but that then is leading to some blocked happiness. Not happiness in the way that you deem so, not success in the way that you would deem so, but again, something that is not in alignment with you, but rather in alignment with the souls that are around you. We pair this Sun card with another reverse card, which is the Ace of Cups. And I find it interesting that the Ace of Cups and the Sun is coming up in reverse, because for me, the feeling that comes up is wondering whether or not we're dealing with a breakup. Wondering whether or not there is a separation, whether that's you leaving your work for you to find something that's a little bit more in alignment with you, or whether or not you're just feeling a little insecure that is then leading to that sadness, right? To that blocked happiness that you're not really being able to find that emotional stability right now. The interesting thing about the Ace of Cups is if it comes up in reverse, then what you'll indicate is that all of that overflowing love, all of that unconditional love is actually being poured out, right? So maybe y'all are feeling a little emotional unstable as of right now. Some instability in terms of your emotions. What I will say is, maybe it's the way that you were viewing this ending, right? The beautiful thing about Scorpio season, about my season, is recognizing that it is about endings. It's about transforming and transmuting and being able to change and shift experiences that you may have deemed challenging into experiences that actually allow you to grow and to flourish in ways that you might not have anticipated. So in understanding and seeing that, yes, there's this block happiness, there's this sadness, there's this breakup or this separation that's transpiring right now, how can you shift that into something that's a little bit more positive? How can you show some great gratitude and some appreciation for the things that you are moving through right now through life? I also want to just indicate that this sage has been burning on its own for quite some time as we speak about that fire energy. And what I find beautiful is that that Knight of Wands comes up pairing with these reverse cards, but actually coming up upright. I always like to indicate with the Knight of Wands that it's actually looking in the past, right? So if this breakup, this separation is something that you felt in the past, why is this something that you're still giving so much thought to? The Knight of Wands should be a card that indicates fearlessness and being brave, right? Being able to recognize your passion, but also maybe realizing that you're getting some sudden influxes of cash right now. Seeds that have been planted in the past are actually coming to fruition in the present. And you then have been able to allow yourself to feel that abundance, right? Although blocked, but still feel some piece of it. I also find it important to recognize that the Knight of Wands might also indicate some commitment issues, especially if we're constantly looking towards the past. right? So my Aries, my Leos, my Sagittarius, the souls who are watching this video, whether this is your sun sign, your moon sign, or your rising sign, recognizing that commitment issues means, again, that maybe we are attaching ourselves to unrealistic expectations, right? That maybe we are attaching ourselves to parts of ourselves that are no longer us. It also indicates travel, right? Travel. Especially with that fire energy, there's always that indication to move forward, right? That indication to take action. What I find interesting is that if you are constantly looking back, then maybe the action you are taking is on past versions of yourself that actually no longer exist in this reality because of the fact that you've been integrated. I want to remind you all, you beautiful rising and sun and moon signs, right? Your fire signs, that you are meant to be passionate. You are meant to be fearless. You are meant to be brave. But if you are feeling a little emotional, unstable right now, if you're feeling a little insecure, then maybe those are not things that you are feeling at this moment. But you want to ensure that the action that you are taking is allowing you to take action in the ways that you know will actually aid to your soul's growth. Find all of that beautiful because we're planting seeds, right? That Page of Wands, right? Not only are we planting seeds, but those seeds are actually coming to fruition. Although we have that Knight of Wands that's looking in the past, we're pairing that with the Page of Wands that's looking in the future, right? Although you are looking back, I hope that you are only looking back so that you can continue to plant seeds that are actually in alignment with you right now and the future that you're working towards, the manifestations that you are pulling deeper, right, into this reality. This Page of Wands is talking about possibilities. It's talking about adventure. Oh, I love some adventure, right? But it's also talking about sudden change. And for a lot of y'all right now, you fire signs, the change is coming from something that has been triggering you. The change is not coming from something that you've decided, right? It's coming from something of the past, or maybe a way that you used to think, a belief that you used to keep, a self-sabotaging habit that you're bringing into the present that is actually stopping you from moving right forward. But recognizing that you're being triggered for a reason is going to help you start changing that perspective of that Ace of Cups that's coming up, right? That blocked feeling, that separation, that breakup that is occurring, whatever it may be in whatever relationships or connections that you have around you. I also want to remind you all that the Page of Wands also kind of indicates an internal battle, right? Are you fighting with old ways of being? Are you fighting with old ways of you being able to operate? And is that something that you're trying to let go of? If you're recognizing that as of this point in time, you've been triggered in your current environment, maybe it's because your guides are trying to trigger you to grow in a way that you would never have thought about previously because you're still taking action in old ways of being. Still taking action, feeling underappreciated, right? Feeling as if you can't receive that happiness, that fulfillment that you are searching for, not recognizing that it always is within reach. The last card of our 5-card spread is the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups, another card that is looking at the past, right? Looking at the past. What I will say with fire signs is, fire is lots of masculine energy, right? And recognizing that it is lots of divine masculine energy, if that masculine energy is actually distorted, what then happens is that we start looking for excessive evidence, right? Needing proof in order to believe things instead of relying on that intuition, right? That Queen of Cups is reminding you that you can be caring and supportive and genuine, that people can anchor you, right? Anchor you, and that you can also be the anchors for others. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to continuously and continue to live your life for other people. This card is also reminding you to use your intuition. It's been given to you for a reason, right? You are an intuitive being, whether you recognize it or not, right? Logic is not going to be the way that you move through this next experience or this experience that you've been moving through. This is going to happen with you using your intuition, with you recognizing that you are continuously trying to seek support, but also to be the support for other people. Just like the water signs, I'm going to pull from the top and the bottom of the deck just to see what blockages may be occurring right now. And first card that comes up at the top is the Three of Swords, really just echoing again those feelings that we were talking about earlier with the Sun and the Ace of Cups. Y'all are feeling disappointed, right? Feeling a little sad, feeling that breakup. That is okay. Acknowledge it. But acknowledge that you are feeling these feelings because your guides in the universe are trying to trigger you to grow, to make you so uncomfortable that all you want to do is grow. That Sage is just beautiful right now. That bottom of the deck card comes up as Nine of Cups, right? Echoing those feelings of contentment. I always remind y'all, you can sit and feel content, but for how long would you be content on a concrete bench? How long would that feel comfortable, right? Just because you found some form of success, some new form of comfort right now, does not mean that you have to stop in that. You don't have to block your desires, block your manifestations, block the ways that you want to grow for other people so that you can continue to be that person for others. You can choose at this point in time that you want to do something differently. And that is acknowledging that that contentment is not going to last forever. That there's going to be a point in time where you decide that you want to go further than contentment, that you want to continue to move further than that sense of contentment that you see right now. Acknowledge that. Acknowledge that. You don't have to continue to be charity, to be that anchor, to be that person for other people. Who do you want to be for yourself? How do you want to grow? How do you want to feel successful or feel that sense of abundance? And are you really willing to continue to block that energy of abundance? Are you willing to acknowledge the setback, accept that we've had some unrealistic expectations, and then turn that bad boy upside down so that you're right side up? And actually moving towards that yes instead of feeling like you're being held back for no particular reason at all. As always, I say, I hope these messages have resonated with you, but if not, take what you need and leave the rest. Since this is something that we are new to, our YouTube channel, please be sure to like and comment and subscribe. Very excited to bring more videos to you all. With all of that being said, I hope you have a fucking fantastic day. Bye, friends.